The best part about any RE bike is the thump what you get from the exhaust. This is how the exhaust is. So as you can see, the road is really uneven and a mud road with a lot of bumps. I am going relatively fast. Today we are here in the outskirts of Bangalore to do a drive review of the Goan Classic 350. In my earlier video, I have done a detailed feature review of this bike. So if you have not watched that video, you know what to do. Click on the I button here and it will take you directly to that video. So let us not waste the time. Let us start our video on the drive review. Today we have done a ride of around 15 to 20 kilometers of this bike, that is the Goan Classic 350. And these are my first impressions about the overall ride. So let me start first with getting onto the bike. So the bike is on the side stand. So if I have to take off the stand, the bike is really heavy and that is how it is. My weight is around 81 kgs and you know how I look like. So it takes a lot of effort to balance the bike from the side stand. But when it comes to the center stand, it is pretty easy. The best part about any RE bike is the thump what you get from the exhaust. So let us listen to the exhaust note now. Let me do one thing. I'll switch on the bike and I'll remove my mic. And this is how the exhaust note is. So from the thump what you get, this is hardcore Royal Enfield. The best part I liked about this bike is this handlebar. It is really comfortable in the long highway ride. The second part I liked was this cruiser style foot peg, which is almost front position, and the gear shifting is also pretty easy. Of course, I was not comfortable in shifting the gears from the front, but Royal Enfield has given this back lever also, which was very easy for me to shift the gears. So this is the size of the seat which we have detailed in our earlier video also. So this is almost a foot long, but me and my friend, we have come a long way out of Bangalore, and during our drive he was telling that it is not so comfortable. So it is a compromise with this bike you will have to live with. In India, we have a practice of using the horn whether it is on a highway or city. So my tendency of holding the handlebar is somewhere here, and if I hold the handlebar here and if I want to access the horn, it is slightly a stretch for me. So this is one feedback I have. So if you can increase the length of the horn button, it will be great for everyone is what I feel. Let me now talk about the turning radius. Of course, as I told you, this handlebar is really comfortable for the highway drive, but let us see how comfortable it is for us to take a U-turn. So this is a short U-turn I am trying to take. So it is fairly okay, but because of the weight of the bike and because of this high handlebar, you may not feel so comfortable like other bikes. But yeah, you really have to balance the weight of the bike so that it doesn't fall down. That is one point which you need to consider. We will now try this bike on the loose mud. So you can see the road is very uneven. So when it comes to that loose mud road, which is really uneven, the bike is really comfortable. The whole credit goes to the weight of the bike. Because of the weight, you can easily go through such loose mud roads. One other thing which I felt a little uncomfortable was this bull guard. So you can see, the curvature, and curvature is like this, and the gap is really small here. So if I am keeping my foot on the brake pedal, it is actually touching the bull guard. So I feel there has to be an inch and a half more towards outside. That will make really comfortable. So whenever I was trying to bring my leg directly onto the brake pedal, it was slightly touching this bull guard. So that is one feedback I have on this bike. If your question is how is the braking and the gear shifting in this bike, my answer is nothing but superb. Let us now check the suspension quality of this bike. So as you can see, the road is really uneven and a mud road with a lot of bumps, and I am going relatively fast. The bike is really soaking all the unevenness of the road, so that means the suspension is really good. And the same thing we felt during our road drive also. Certain bumps which were there on the roads were really soaked in properly, and it was a comfortable drive. So guys, now what we are doing is we are trying this bike on loose mud with this maneuver of turning the bike. So as you can see, the mud is loose, and I have shifted the gear to first, and slowly I am trying to give the accelerator. So the bike is effortlessly coming out of the loose mud. Some of the key points what I would like to highlight during my highway ride is the seats are really comfortable for me as a rider, and the suspension are really good in terms of taking all the bumps on the road. When it comes to the handlebar is also comfortable. The torque is really good in the fourth and fifth gear. So if you are on a flat road, you can always be in the fourth and fifth gear. And even on the humps, there are multiple road rumblers which were quite big enough. And on that also, the ride was very comfortable. It was not bouncing left and right. So these are some of the observations what I had during my highway ride. But what we will do now is we will go on a highway ride and show it to you how the bike behaves. Bike is cruising at 50, 60, 70, and I am touching 80. So the bike is really stable at 80 kilometers, and beyond that I am not having so much of confidence because of the camera and everything. But I'm sure you can easily cruise at around 80, 85, 90. So I hope you got some insights about the Goan Classic 350's behavior on the highway and the so-called Kaccha road. This will definitely help you in taking a decision on the purchase of this bike. If you like this content, you know what to do. Please do like, share and comment. And if you are watching this channel for the first time, do subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so that you get the notifications every time I make a new video. Till next time, it is me, Sushant from Automotoroids saying bye and namaskara.